Hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys. Let's see who's in the house. So we have Candy, Catherine, Latrice, Witch Digital. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We have a lot to talk about, and there's so much going on. But the political thing. I think I put that last because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just get enough of it. But the thing to me that I wanted to talk about more than anything is what's going on with Diddy and his children. And if you guys want to put some things, questions, make sure you put them in caps so that I'll know that it's a question for me, or put question by it. Catherine, how are you today? Good to see you guys. Um, Anyway, I thought that what is going on, especially since this movie came out. Now, I haven't seen it, but I've seen bits and pieces of what they've put out online about it. And I've seen some people who are talking about it. I got to just go see the movie myself, but I already knew that if 50 Cent ever got a hold of anything to do with Diddy, that he wasn't going to play with him. So, but the thing that got me, guys, I want to know what's going to happen with Diddy, because I always felt that he wasn't going to get out, even though I think he got 50 months, whatever that was. It was really a small sentence for all the things that he has done. Um, but more and more is coming out. And I've even heard some people who know a little bit about the law. I don't know anything about the law really, but they're saying that he may have to have another trial before he gets out, because all these people are coming forward. Now, of course, it would have to be, if they can't retry some things that they've already tried, but they got new people coming up saying new things, and then or saying similar things or whatever, they can try him on it. So I've always said that I didn't think he was going to get out. Hi, Olivia. Good to see you. Oh, BJW, good to see you. Should be more, yeah, more trials. Yeah, that's what I think too. But I want to read on it and see what's going on with him. And then, guys, his kids. I do feel bad for them because they ended up with a, you know, I mean, we all grow up with crazy things sometimes happening in our homes, and everybody can say, "Oh, I had the worst," or "I had the best childhood," or whatever. But what these kids have been exposed to me, is just ridiculous, and especially since coming to the trial and hearing all their dad's dirty laundry put out there in the streets, and now what's his name? Christian, I think it is, has said that what he's going to do to 50 Cent if he ever sees him. Now, I don't know if he's joking or not, but all I can say is I'm sure 50 Cent wouldn't joke with him, because I do feel that 50 Cent knows more than what he is saying. And he knows that, and I don't know what he talked about in the film, because I haven't seen that yet. But I think he knows where some bodies are buried. He knows some things. And so I don't think he's going to play with Diddy's kids. And Diddy should be telling his kids to sit down somewhere, because things are already bad enough. But who knows? When you got a dad like that, who knows what he might be telling them? Hi, Christine. Good to see you. Hi, Mary. Good to see you. Oh, wow. You've been fasting. That's wonderful. Yeah, 2025 has been toxic. You're right. But it started out with the toxic person that's in the White House right now. I think that's when it all started. So I just wanted to look at 2026 too, to see how things are going to be looking, as we go forward. So first of all, let's take a look at Mr. Diddy. I really should be using the two crimes, but maybe I'll do some clarifying with those. All right, so Spirit. We need to know what is going on with Sean Diddy Combs. Yeah, 2026. I think once we get past this craziness that's going on in DC, we will all feel better. All right. Sean Diddy Combs, Spirit. Roll my cards upside down. All of them are. I don't know how this happens. It's like, put them all right side up. So anyway, I was talking about his and I don't know if he knows how deep he's getting into his dad's world, if he's not already deep into it already. But I mean, you can't play with people like that, because I feel like he's going to be looking out for, even though, we say he's a child, but he's a grown man. He's a grown man. He knows what he's doing. He is a grown man, and he cannot take up for his dad. That's for sure. Okay. What's going on with Diddy, Spirit? Tell us what his life looks like going forward. What is Diddy's life? Ooh, look at this, guys. Right off the bat. Heartbreak. These cards turn over. Struggle. Moving on. Wow. Tower. This is like he's going. It depends on what this card is around, and to me, this is a six. Six of Swords. Moving to smoother waters. But this card can also mean other things, like just moving on, and with this Chariot card here, to me, it could be him. I hope he's not planning. I hope things don't get so bad that he does something, or somebody does something to him. We're talking about Diddy here, guys. Okay? We're talking about moving on to smoother waters. Sometimes when I see this together with that Tower too, we're talking about moving on to a different realm. Okay? So let's hope it doesn't get there, but I think I'll leave that at that. At the bottom of the card of the deck, we have the Judgment. So of course, he's being judged, and he's still got more law coming, more of the law coming after him, guys. Jail. there's no way that he's going to get out of jail anytime soon. I don't even think when those 50 months or whatever it is he got, I can't even remember. I think it's something like that. He's not going to leave there. He's going to be tied up for a while. It's going to be very, very emotional for him. This is where these cards are coming in with the tower and him moving up and moving on and that kind of thing. This is going to be very, very emotional and just overflowing. It's going to be too much for him because he's going to feel like he's really, really been stabbed in the back. Now, this makes me want to, of course, I don't feel like, this could be endings, but also beginnings. Okay. I feel like Diddy, 50, he didn't stab him in the back because he already knew that 50 was not a fan of his because they already had this rivalry going on. But there's other people that he didn't expect to come out of the woodwork and start talking about him and what he's done and all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's so many of them. And I don't know how true it is, but I saw online, sometimes you can't believe everything you see. But I kind of figured it. And you guys probably did too when Ray J came out and said what he had done to him. So it's like all these people are coming out of the woodwork now because they see that he is very vulnerable and he is in a position where he can't do much. I don't think that anybody in their right mind would go try to do something to somebody because of what happened with Diddy, except for maybe his children, because they are protective of their father like anyone else would be. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they did not know everything exactly. I think, but I can't put that past the boys, so I don't know. I think he brought them in and they pretty much knew what was going on. But going forward, guys, as you can see, it doesn't look good for him. Not at all. There's the tower showing up again. And the Seven of Swords, trying to get away with something. So let's just hope that he doesn't do anything to hurt himself or get hurt while he's where he is. And I do want to, I got my pendulum here, so I'm going to ask Spirit this question that's on my mind. All right. Spirit, show me yes. Thank you. Show me no. Show me no. Thank you. Show me maybe. Okay, I'm going to ask. Will Sean Diddy Combs ever get out of prison? Will he ever leave prison? Still getting no. That's what I've always gotten from the beginning. When they locked him up, there was no chance that he was going to get out. And now he's got all these other things going against him, guys. You know, and we can talk about karma in a sense because we know that they didn't give when the jury was in session. He didn't really get what he should have gotten. To me, just knowing what people had said he had done. I don't know what happened with the jury, but you see how spirit works? No matter what, he's going to get what he deserves. And that's just the bottom line. So, guys, make sure you hit the like so that we can, it really helps me, guys, when you hit that like button so that more people can come in and hear this. So now what I want to do, guys, I'm going to read, I think I'm going to use a different deck. I want to see, and I'm going to get a true crime deck out too. I want to see what's going on with his son. Um, what his future looks like now that he's, gotten in a little too deep. I'm sure that 50 is really paying attention to what's going on. Um, yeah, Diddy had that power in the past that he could have people take care of things for him. But I don't think that his child knows what he's getting into. Christine, I agree with you that he's going to be on trial for murder eventually. Yep. For entertainment purposes only. Everything I say here is alleged. Okay? And for entertainment purposes only. So, let's see. Spirit. What does his son that threatened 50, what does his future look like? Son that threatened 50 spirit, what does his future look like? Well, let's see what fell out here. I think that, okay, we have the devil. We have mind control. We have landfill. And we have fire. And I am going to clarify those, but the devil, I think, is his that shows up because of his commitment to his father. He is kind of entangled with that energy, and he thinks that talking that way and trying to be a gangster or whatever is going to help him, but he doesn't know how. In a sense, he's being controlled, because I feel like if his father would say to him, "Look, sit down. This is out of your league. Leave this alone." But he feels like, I'm sure he's been controlled so much by his father, and I think they all have, in a sense, because they were just kind of following in his footsteps. They have they really don't know how to live out in the real world. So I think this is a matter of mind control, even though he probably doesn't even realize that it's happening to him. He just thinks that this is what I have to do. I have to protect my dad. I have to take care of my dad. I have to make sure that 50 backs off of him and I'm the one to do it. So he's being led by the devil. But here's the landfill. In this particular case, I have to say what's on my mind. It's like bodies in a landfill. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen to him, but here we have the fire. So there's some action that's going to be taken, guys. I I just hope, because I would hate to see something bad happen to someone as young and naive as he is. You can say, yeah, he's a grown man, but he still doesn't know. He still doesn't know um, what he's getting into. Now, I want to, oh, I'm getting chills on that. Oh, oh my God. Anyway, let me clarify this, guys. Ooh, that was a bad chill right there. That really just, oh my God. Okay. Okay, little boy, sit down. I hope somebody will sit you down. I'm going to clarify these cards. Tell me what's going on with Diddy's son, Spirit. Okay, 2 cards fell out. The Lovers, and to me, this is him like being in partnership with his dad. This is him being, trying to be close to his dad and help his dad. And he's thinking about the way things were in the past. With the 6 of Cups, it's like him and his dad were friends. This is what's on his mind. Basically, he thinks that he can stand up and do something for him. So let's continue on. Tell me more about this, Spirit. Yeah, he's thinking about when he was a child. And this card here just reminds me so much. He's thinking about when he was a child and what him and his dad did together and that kind of thing. That's what was on his mind. But he's working really hard he is trying to work hard at trying to figure this out. Now, I don't know what the heck he's going to do. But then we have the 8 of Wands, and we're going to find out some information about this really soon. Okay, about what's going on with him. That 8 of Wands. What else, Spirit? Four Swords. That's resting, retreat. Oh, so many things we could say about this, but you can look at the card and see. Let's hope it's just mental. That mentally he's maybe have to be retreat, in his mind. In his mind, so much is going on about everything that's going on with his dad that he may have to really be set down. Okay, so let's hope that's what it is. We have the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom, which is about regret and remorse and all those things that go along with that. So that's what's happening with that particular son that made that threat. I just don't think he knows what he's doing. I want to look at the daughters though, because I want to see what their future is like. Now, before I can remember bits and pieces of it, the reading I did before when he first was arrested, it seems like his daughters were having problems. As a matter of fact, all the kids were having problems as far as being able to take care of themselves and that kind of thing. But I can't imagine that his mother, isn't making sure that things go good, for the kids as much as she can. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless he just runs out of money or something like that, So let's look at the future of his daughters. And I think he has, what, 4 daughters now? The twins, and then another one, and then the baby love. Maybe by the time she gets old enough, things will be straightened out. So, Spirit, tell me about Diddy's daughters. And the thing, I'm not going to say the bad thing about it. I was going to, that almost came out of my mouth, but I don't know if it's a bad thing. The thing about it is that 50 already said that he may be putting out some things on YouTube, online, so people can see it. So he has a lot more information that he didn't get to put out on Netflix, and that can be very disturbing for Diddy, even though he's in prison. Okay. Tell us about his daughters, Garrett. I think there's 4 of them, maybe more, but let's see. We have the World card. 10 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Yeah. Eventually, it's like I think they're going to have to realize exactly the monster that their father was, because things are going to come full circle. Hopefully they will be able to stay out of that kind of situation. As sometimes what they say, what goes around comes around. You don't know how karma's going to hit you when you've done crazy things, but they're really going to be burdened by this. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Now, that I think that this is probably the mother or their grandmother here who's hanging on to the money. And she's probably going to help them, but in the end, it's just going to be a lot of heartbreak. A lot of heartbreak for them. They're always going to be on the defensive. And they're going to be trying so hard to hang on to what they have. Whatever little bit they have, a little bit of dignity and all that kind of stuff. Even though it's their father's wrong, it's not really theirs, but it's like they're going to have to go within themselves and keep to themselves. I don't think they're going to be out there big like that. I think unless somebody just, it's like, these kids have been through enough or whatever. I think they're just going to have a hard way to go. It looks like they're going to have a hard way to go. We have the 3 of Wands here also. They're going to try to get some things going. I believe like they're planning some things, and it's like they may just have to even leave the United States of America, guys. They may have to move out. Not that moving would help them, because Diddy is known everywhere. They're going to try to do some things. See, we have two threes here. This is the 3 of Pentacles showing up here. So they're going to try to find some creative ways to do what they need to do also. But I think they're going to have to leave the United States in order to do it. And then we have the 6 of Wands here. Eventually, they may do well eventually, but it's going to be a lot of heartbreak, a lot of turmoil before the girls get there. Okay. Oh, thank you, my green eyes. I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah, it's not going to be easy for them. Okay. I think that's it on Diddy for now. I don't even want to dig into that any deeper. Um, I want to look at Wendy. At one point in the beginning, when all the stuff was going on with Wendy, I thought eventually she's going to come back around. I saw her moving to LA and really finding somebody that loved her. Okay. And then that was the energy in the beginning when all the stuff started coming out about her. I'm just remembering and so the second time I read on Wendy, um, it was like she was having a lot of problems. That was the energy around her then. Now we see her now, and right now she looks like she's okay when we see her. Um, and she's fighting to get her freedom back and that kind of thing. So I want to ask a specific question though. Not just how she's I think I want to know because she's had so many problems. And the first time I read on her and I said that she's going to be moving and that she was going to find somebody that really loved her and that kind of thing. I want to know if that's still in the cards. You guys, I don't know which video that was on, but you'd have to go back and look through. But I'm going to ask Spirit. Spirit, will Wendy find a loving relationship, a love relationship in the near future? And I'm getting yes. Okay. Now, that takes me right back around to where I started before because things were looking so dire for her. If you guys remember, but I think that the drinking had a lot to do with it. Okay, let's see. Wendy. What is 2026 looking like for Wendy Williams? Okay, I'm taking these cards, they fell out. Okay. We have the Hermit. How many cards do we have here? Okay. So I think that she is really going within and finding herself again. This is what I feel like is happening for her. She's still working on finding new ways. She's figuring out new ways to get her money back away from these people that, that whatever they call that guardianship, so they're pretty much in control of her money and that kind of thing. They haven't given up on that. I know she's got a lot of lawsuits and things going on concerning that. And we have the Five of Swords here. I think she's really, really thinking about the way things happened for her in the past, and she's regretful about a lot of things that's happened, but she's really trying to deal with it. Now, they say that she has this frontal cortical dementia or whatever, and this card kind of puts me in the mind of that. I don't know how that all works, or some people say she doesn't have it. Some doctors say she doesn't have it, but then the other doctors that are over her say she does have it. So I think she's trying to deal with that and straighten that kind of thing out too. And what she wants to do is walk away from this whole situation that she's in right now. She wants to get out of that. She wants to be able to control her own life. Um, and this is what she's working on. And she's also using her intuition, and um, she's figuring out, she's really working on getting out of this situation right now. Now, we did, it really didn't tell us a lot more than what we know already. She's doing a lot of work. She has a lot of, she's thinking about the things that she did in the past, and she's probably regretting it. She's trying to get figure out new ways to get her money and that kind of thing. So there's really anything else, Spirit, that you can tell us concerning Wendy? Oh, here's the Emperor. Now we can look at this card in more than one way, but I have a feeling that this is the person. This is the male figure that's going to be entering her life. That's really going to help her. And here is the star. She is the star. Okay. And she's hopeful for this. So I think that she is really, I think Wendy will get back, not back to where she was, but I think we will see more of her coming up. I think that she has been burdened, but with this 10, completion. This is the World card again. I think that she's going to be moving on. Things are going to come full circle, and I think that, like I said, I don't see her as being the Wendy as we knew her, but I think that Wendy will have some kind of comeback. I really do. I feel like she will, and that's what we have to look forward to in the coming year for her. Okay, now guys, I wanted to look at, well, we already know what happened with the Epstein Files. People are saying what they got was just a bunch of junk, right? When I said Epps and friends, you guys know who I was talking about. We're talking about his main friend that's holding up everything. It's just so hard to think that, they're ever going to give up anything of substance when it comes to that. I was looking at some things online today where they're just giving out, they're showing pictures of hallways, pictures of rooms, just pictures of the stuff that just doesn't make any sense. And I want to know basically what's going to happen with that, with the files. The only person that can't go to jail is the person that's holding it up, because they gave him all of this immunity. Okay, so he can commit all the crimes he wants, and he's going to be fine. But I think, we already saw that Bondi was going to jail. I see somebody said anything on Brittany. Okay, let me read on this, guys, and please remember, put things in caps or let me know that you have a question for me. At least by putting question by it, because I just happened to look up and see that. Okay, so let's look at the files. And I want to know, I already said Pam Bondi was going to jail. I still figured that. Tell us what's going to happen with those files, Spirit. We have the Chariot, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. I think there's going to be more forward movement on that, and yeah, we're gonna get more, but it's gonna take more pressure um, from the people, the government, the people that want to get it out. And when I say the government, guys know what I'm talking about. It's going to be more pressure with this Queen of Swords showing up here. And they're going to be trying to hold on tightly because they don't want to. A lot of people are going to go down, and a lot of families are going to find out stuff that they didn't even know was happening. But with this Six of coins showing up here, I feel like they're eventually going to have to give it up. But give it all up. The problem is when. Are they going to just give us drips and drabs of information? All right, Spirit. Will the people end up getting all of the Epstein files? Yes, we will. Okay, and asking when is a hard thing to ask. You guys know that. Okay. Questions. Can you ask about Mike Johnson? What? They need to get rid of him. All right. What's going to happen with him, Spirit? Mike Johnson. I'll go back up, guys. I saw that question from Latrice, and I'll go back up from there. Make sure everything is in caps. Okay. Spirit, tell us about Mike Johnson. What can we expect when it comes to Mike Johnson? Mike Johnson, Spirit, Mike Johnson. Well, he's going to keep doing the same thing that he's been doing. He's working hard at it. He's still working out at trying to keep things unbalanced in a sense, like overlooking people and just trying to hang on to making sure the right people get what they need. But there is going to be some kind of change coming for him because we have the Hierophant here. So I have a feeling that this is probably the Democrats. Somebody is going to start making a ruckus about him. And yeah, we have the King of Swords here. So some kind of information is going to come out about him that's going to cause a real burden. Okay, we need some clarifiers on that, Spirit. Yeah, they're working. People are working together. We're going to get information. They're working together, I believe, coming together in a way to get him out of office. I have this Three of Pentacles here. So they're talking to other people, and we're going to find out. We're going to get news on that pretty quickly. So I got a feeling that he's not going to be there much longer. Here's the Hanged Man. So he's going to be slowed down. he's not going to be able to get through what he wants to get through. And we have the high priestess here. So a lot of information that's been held back or kept secret or whatever, we're going to find out about it. And oh, he's going, he's leaving. He's leaving. Okay. So they're working on that, and he will be leaving for sure. It may not happen right away. Guys, I got a feeling, I'm just getting this intuition that it's going to happen more. We're at the beginning of the year, but probably somewhere in around January when he calls the people back. He's already sent them home early and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we got to wait a minute. But yeah, he's on his way out. Definitely. For sure. Okay. Anybody in his administration, give me a name. I'm sure some are. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure some of them are going to end up there. But you know, Vance is going to be okay. There's certain ones that you just know are going to be okay. Give me a name to read on. I'm going to go back up to the top and see if anybody has anything. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button. Hi, Flawed. I don't think I spoke to you. Due to the documentary, Diddy would get more time. Oh, okay. You saw that. More people are coming out. They were afraid to come out before, I think. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. There's Diddy is in deep doo-doo. Can he handle it though? Because those cards didn't look good. Can he handle it? You know what I'm saying? Brittany. Okay, Brittany, let's see. Let's see what I haven't heard from her in a long time. I don't know what's going on with Brittany, so this will be a cold read. Okay, Brittany. What's going on with Brittany? I'm just going to pull 3 cards on her. Wow, things are really still really emotional for Brittany. And Brittany, yes, there's still a lot of confusion going on around her. I have the 7 of Cups, and then I have the Temperance and the King of Cups. So there's somebody around her. And then at the bottom, we have the Queen of Cups. I think this is her. We just got all these cups. Brittany is probably just a little bit unstable because I have this Temperance card here too. And she's trying to balance things. But everything has a cup in it. So I feel like she is just very emotional right now. She's kind of unstable. She's confused still, unfortunately. So, and I think that even this card here, this temperance card, makes me feel like she is probably under some kind, they are giving her drugs for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say here is alleged. I really don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just reading the cards. Um, yeah. So yeah, there's some man that's controlling everything though. That's over her. That's Brittany. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, okay. I see that. Christy Long. Will she go to prison? Spirit. Will Christy Long go to prison? Will she go to prison? I'm getting yes. Yes, she will. Hmm. That's interesting what you just said there, Wounded. I don't know who Daylan is, but you said they said that he would commit suicide in prison. It looks like maybe that could happen. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? You guys have any other questions? Let's look at what the collective. Let's look at the collective for the next 3 months. January, February, and March. Let's look at the collective. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. He talked to Kim. Oh, okay, Wounded. I got you. I have to look him up. And he said, oh, wow, I have to check that out. Wow. That's interesting. That part wouldn't surprise me in a way because with all the chills I got about his son and I'm still getting them, that would drive him over the top. That would. Yeah. Hmm. Wow. He said through a spirit box he will talk to anybody They don't have to be famous. Hi, it's what you think it is. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look him up. That's interesting. Okay, let's look at the collective for the next 3 months, guys. Let's see what we have to look forward to. This will tell us whether a certain person. You know what? I should read on him though. I really should. Okay, Latrice saying Cash Patel. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's read on him, Cash Patel, and then I'm going to read on the orange one because I think I keep telling you guys this is almost he's almost done. So, oh, Cash Patel, poor thing, Tower. Let's see, Cash Patel, Spirit, tell me what's gonna happen. What does his future look like? Near future, Cash Patel. Near future, Cash Patel. Near future, Cash Patel. Okay, yeah, he's gonna go through some hard times. Five of Pentacles. He's gonna lose some things. He's gonna feel left out in the cold all by himself. And so I feel like he's gonna be one of those that's gonna be let go of, and people are gonna be celebrating that. I feel some kind of overseas connection with him, even though he's going to try to juggle. Oh, he's juggling. Who is that girlfriend, guys? Does she have any connections? I don't know why I'm getting that. Again, I feel like that. Did he get caught up in something to do with things happening overseas? Here's the Queen of Wands. Okay, so what is she? Who is she? Does anybody know who she is? All I heard is that he did some things that he shouldn't have, like have her guarded by the military or something. I get a pooty feeling about him. I don't know why. I'm getting a pooty feeling about him. We have the Six of Cups here. Of course, that's all about remembering and that kind of thing. But you know, it's like there's something going on with that, guys. Just remember that when it comes up. Something about something overseas. I think she has something to do with that. Yeah, he's used military jets to go on dates with her. Hi, Valerie. Yeah, but you know, he's going to be taken down. And yeah, there's a lot of secrets. Secrets are going to come out about him. I don't even know how he lasted this long. Yeah. He's going to have to face the law also. Empress. There's something going on, guys, with him and Russia. There's something going on with that. That's what we can, although he's going to be leaving, but when we find out everything about him, and she has something to do with it too, this could be some kind of connection or something. Usually once you get pulled into to Orange Peel's atmosphere and everything, there's no telling what else you're going to have to do. Okay. Oh, remember he was saying that the files in the beginning, he was saying that the files needed to come out, the Epstein files need to come out. They need to come out until he got into, until he got his position, right? Well, we all know, or I kind of figure, that this is something that's happened. It's not just the United States thing. It's something. It's big. This Epstein is big. I mean, and not. We shouldn't just call it Eps. We should call it traffic. Period. Of human beings, right? I think that he may have gotten involved once he had to change his whole tune about that. And he knows what's involved, and he knows that things happened there, in Russia. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but hey, the woman that he's with could be someone that's making sure that he does what he has to do. I mean, he's taken a lot of chances for her to make her happy and that kind of thing. You know how they say people have their handlers? Now, that's just my theory. I don't really know, but yeah, there's something going on with her. And overseas. Yeah. Oh, okay, she says that's correct. Trying to see what else. Yeah. Yeah, they shut up real quick. They're being controlled, of course, but I don't know. Who knows how deep things got. I'm going to ask if he will be going to prison. Spirit, will Cash Patel be going to prison? Okay, I'm getting no on that. I'm getting no. So I guess he'll come out okay. But yeah, there's some secrets that he has, some things that he's hiding, that kind of thing. But the thing about it is, will we ever know what's going on, what really was going on with Orange Peel and Pootie? Oh, you're welcome, Latrice. Let's look at him. I want to see what's going on with him. Oh, I think I'm going to use the different cards for him. Pretty much want to look at his health more than anything else. Of course, we know that he's just being propped up, and does he still have a soul? I don't know. But you're right, witch. It sounds like conspiracy, but we just don't never know. Okay, Spirit, I want to know about orange peel's health. Well, of course, we know that there's a lot going on with him. So I have the clover. So a little bit of luck. Okay, I'm back. People are just hiding things. If, they're keeping things hidden with this box here. So he is definitely being propped up. He's being carried by other people, people around him and that kind of thing. And there's a lot of secrecy going on. The people, we have commitment, and we have a woman. Committed to a woman. What woman? We have the broom, which means that a lot of secrets are going back and forth. And whenever I see this bouquet show up with him, it tells me that things are looking good, but in the background, things are not so good. Okay. As far as, what they present to us, we can see that things are not good, but they're trying to present to us that everything is okay. But it's like he's hanging by a thread. That's what I feel like when I read these cards, like he's just hanging by a thread. Look at these cards. If you read with pictures, If you're a visual reader like I am sometimes, I'm just seeing that he's just being held together here by threads. So, but what woman did he make a commitment to? Secret commitment. There's a lot of secrecy going on. There's a lot of them trying to get away with things, and a lot of them, you know, they're going back and forth with telling us this and telling us that, and you know, making us feel like, you know, everything is great. That's what we're getting. And we have, yeah, the bottom of the deck. It's like he's caged and he's just being carried around. It's like he's in a cage, you know, and they're making sure that he gets from place to place and does what he needs to do. See, what else can you tell us, Spirit? I want to know, what does the next few months look like for him? What does the next few months look like for him? I feel like, guys, just from that last reading that I did, like they just may let him go at any time. They just may drop him. It's like he's being held up, but he just may get dropped at any time. That's just the feeling that I get. But Spirit, tell us what is going on with him the next few months. What's going to happen with EJT? What's going to happen with him next few months? Ladies up differently. Because let's see what the story is. Yeah, heartbreak at the bottom of the deck, guys. I don't know. That could be, of course, heart attack. But I felt more like heartbreak. And then here's the King of Pentacles for the king of the money. And there's going to be a lot of, he's going to be overwhelmed emotionally, or he already is. But there's some kind of partnership. There's more than one person that's working with him, against him. So let's look at these cards that are laid out. Those were just on the bottom of the deck. So we have like there's a lot of hard work going on. This is a lot of hard work, but it's being crossed by these merchants. Okay, so I feel like this is the people, they're working hard. The merchants are working hard. And when I say the merchants, I mean the people with the money, the people that, you know, the corporations and that kind of thing. I think that ousting him. That I think that's what they're working on. We have the Empress here. Again, that puts me in the mind of what's happening overseas, because that's what's Didn't Pootie just threaten him, or whoever's in Pootie's place right now threaten him or something? You know, they may feel like he's being a little bit too, or whoever is doing it, um, because to me, he's not making these decisions. Um, he's causing too many problems with people overseas, and the corporations, they're working on getting rid of him. And yeah, they're taking action. New actions are being taken. There's a lot of secrecy going on around it. There's a plan being made. They're making plans. Um, I think we're gonna find out the truth, or this can also be about them making cuts in order. In other words, maybe cutting him out of things. And this Nine of Pentacles to me is is getting near the end. See, there's a lot of new things happening. And I think that people are making plans. I feel like people are making plans. Is pretty much secretive right now. But I think that these people, they're working hard at trying to figure out how to keep themselves afloat and oust him. Because in the past, he was pretty strong, and people were able to, they were pretty much able to go along with some of the things that he was, saying or whatever. But something has changed. Something has changed, and they're making different plans. So even if he's still around, that doesn't mean that he will be making decisions. Let's just ask this question. All right, Spirit, will DJT be impeached and removed? Will he be impeached and removed? I'm getting yes. Okay. Oh, yeah, oligarchs. Yep, you're right, Wounded. Susie Wiles. Oh, yeah, she ran her mouth, didn't she? But you know the thing about her? Of course, I don't trust her. But she said that he was in the files. See, sometimes I think stuff like that to me, I can go a little bit far with it, but she said that he was in the files. His name was in files, but he didn't do anything inappropriate. Okay, really? And we know about his pageants and all that kind of stuff. You're gonna tell me his name was in the files, and his name was just in the files. I think that was kind of to throw us off. Let's read on her. All right, Spirit, tell us about Susie Wiles. Yeah, she got to cover herself, I'm sure. But still, I don't think that, and I'll see what the cards say. You guys don't know want to know what I think, but I just think that she was trying to help him too. Because everybody's been on the Epps files, the Epps files, the Epps files. Well, she said some things, but really nothing that we hadn't already assumed. I'm talking about we, the people that are here that, that listen to the conscious people. I mean, nothing just really shocked me about what she said. The only thing that shocked me was that, yeah, he's in the files, but he didn't do anything inappropriate. Okay. So to me, she was really just working with him. And we think that, oh, she dropped all the tea and all that. Not really. Not really. I want to know about Susie Wiles' spirit. She told us what she wanted us to know, or he wanted us to know, whatever. We already know that the people are incompetent. That's there. She and everybody knows. They know that we know that the people are incompetent. So she wasn't saying anything unusual. He's probably, I don't know. Okay, so she said that he's more like he acts like an alcoholic. Well, I think that was just to say that he just acts like that. He's really not doing anything. He's not drinking alcohol. He's not taking drugs. He's not doing anything. The only person that's doing that is what's his name? You guys know the one that's on the ketamine. Okay, how did his name slip my mind? Yeah, we knew that already. What did she say? What did she say that was so terrible about the whole regime? Nothing. Nothing that we didn't know. Mm-hmm. Oh, my cars are upside down. Yeah. Okay. So here she is, heartbroken because she's trying to save herself, but she's also trying to save him. She's working on this with him. Now, she wants us to see things from a different perspective, guys. So she came out and told us everything that we already know. Nothing new. She's being controlled by the devil. Now he says that he did that little speech, so they say. It leaks that he did the speech because she told him to do the speech to clean up what she said. These people think we are crazy. Okay, he's controlling her. Whoever is controlling him or her or whatever. She didn't just do that. She in the past she had some power, but I don't know what's happened with that. That's kind of taken away from her now. She was the one that was made to come out and say what she said. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't him. She wasn't, tattling on everybody. She was telling us what we already knew, and it's a setup. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords here. So it's like she wanted us to think that what she was saying was the truth. But whatever happened to her, whatever they told her she had to do it. Right now, she is under a lot of pressure. And I don't know what kind of person she was starting off, but now she's kind of reaping whatever it was. If she was taking care of him, if she was lying before and all that kind of thing, things have come around again, full circle for her. And people see her as she did the perfect thing. Oh, she's happy. She's gotten everything straight, everything out there like it should be, and that kind of thing. That's how people are seeing her. But I don't think that's the way it really is. Here's the temperance card right here. The temperance card. So she's trying to balance things for some reason for the 10 of Pentacles, which is him. And when I first heard that little whatever stuff that she talked about, that's the first thing entered my mind. She's taking up for him. She's trying to make sure that we don't even think about him being in the Epps files. How can you say he's in there, but he didn't do anything inappropriate? Did you go through all the files? All of a sudden, people can't get through the files now, but you had the opportunity to go through all of them, and you're here to tell us that his name is in the files, but he didn't do anything. Okay? No. Yeah, she's just another one of his little props. They send them out like they want to send them out, and they try to make us believe one thing and something else is going on. They knew that those Epps files were coming out, and what they want to make us believe is that he's not in there. He didn't, or if his name is in there, he didn't do anything. His name, but he got up. He said, "When you're rich, you can do whatever you want. You can grab him by the pee. You can do whatever you want when you're rich." He said it. So, I mean, now we're supposed to believe Epps was around all these other people, all these young women and stuff, but he didn't have anything to do with that. We're supposed to believe that he was over these pageants in which he said out of his own mouth, I can walk in and they're naked and they can't say anything because I'm the owner of the show. So I can just walk in and you see all these girls. You guys have heard it. Okay. He said it. And now we're supposed to just sweep that under the rug and act like we didn't hear that? No. She full of you know what too. She is. She's working on his behalf. You can't believe anything these people say, guys. She did say Bill Clinton's name is in there, but he didn't go to the island. And Trump is lying about Bill. See, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. That could be, if she says one lie, she can say more than one lie, as far as I'm concerned. I really don't believe her about him. The whole thing, everything that's come out so far, a lot of pictures that have come out is pictures of Clinton. Okay. So they can't play it both ways. They really can't. Everything's come out is pictures of him. So are they trying to set him up? Are they trying to confuse us and make us think that we don't know what's happening? I mean, it's all a mind game. That's what they're doing anyway. Yep. If she did stand up for him, guys, we don't know what Clinton did. We really don't. It's all, you know. Palmer. I didn't see that video. But we know what Clinton did when he was in the White House, guys. Okay. Okay, so he is a Democrat. So what? So what? When it all goes down, it's going to be Republicans and Democrats if we ever get there. It's not going to be just one one group of people. Oh, great. Thank you, Wounded Healer. Prince Andrew, oh well, we know he did. We know he was there. We know what he did. They already stripped him, although whatever that means, I'm sure he has everything he needs. Um, yeah. And what's her name? His wife too? Was she? She knew what was going on too. Mm, I didn't know about that. Which, yeah. Okay, guys. You guys got some great comments going on here. Um, yeah, there you go. It's what you think it is. It wasn't just done on the island. What about Mar-a-Lago? These people all work together. Come on. That's right. It was done all over the world. We don't know what tapes. We know that Hootie had some tapes of him um, that they don't want released. We know that. So we don't know where anything happened at. Hmm. Yep. It could have happened almost anywhere. Almost anywhere. And weren't some of those pageants held in Russia also? Yeah, they were all for cover. Hmm. Yep. Just so he could get near the younger people. Okay. And he can walk in on him whenever he got ready and all this kind of stuff. And you're going to tell me that he didn't do anything inappropriate? Please. Anyway, guys. Yeah, they released a lot of Bill Clinton's photos today. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So, what are you trying to? I think what they're trying to do is confuse people. You know, okay. So, somebody's, they're taking up for Clinton. Um, she's taking up for Clinton. She's taking up for him, Orange Peel. I mean, yeah. Well, the photos that were released, well, some of them were really kind of crazy. Like we've seen that one with him in a dress before. We've seen that one with, but I saw one today with him being under some water or something like in a tub. But everything was pictures of Bill Clinton. That's just a distraction. But I know, I mean, like I said, he don't have clean hands either. Bill Clinton, I don't know what he did. I don't know if he did anything as crazy as what they did. But I do remember Monica Lewinsky. I do remember that. I mean, they all had money. They all hung around him. They knew for the I would say for the most part. I'm not going to say everybody knew what he was doing, but there had to be some kind of rumor. You had to be if you're around that kind of person, you've heard something. Maybe you couldn't pinpoint it, but if you heard it, it's the same thing uh, like with Diddy. They all, they got this money. They don't know what to do with themselves. And in his case, he just messed with people And when they woke up, they didn't even know he had done anything to them. He knocked them out and just had his way with them. We don't know if that's the same thing that's happened with on the island and other places. Yeah. Yeah, what kind of prison is that? She got a dog too. Oh, I heard that too. I heard that too. It's what you think it is. Yeah. I heard that they left. It was I don't even think he's in this country anymore. Yeah, but he talked about that. He had to leave the party because he saw little people there and he didn't want to get involved. Yeah. They're going to do everything they can to keep the truth from coming out. And I don't know if we would, well, it said that we would find out. Spirit said we would find out about it. But I mean, guys, when it's a problem, we can't pinpoint when. I mean, that's the only problem. Yeah, we'll find out about it. But the thing is, when. Yeah, somebody should say something. But then who are you going to say something to? I mean, it's the same as, I compared, they all knew what they were doing because they all have all these people in high positions in their pocket. So who are you going to say something to? You know what I'm saying? Who are you going to run to when you get in a situation where these billionaires with all the money are controlling everything, you know? But what I would say, like this rapper that we were just talking about, he just said, well, I just don't want to be involved. I'm getting away from here. I'm leaving the party. I don't want to have anything to do with it because he realized that if he, stayed around, they were going to have something to put on him. Say, well, you were here, you did this, you said that, and whatever. And that's how they entrap people. That's how they um, get you. That's how they get you. You know what I'm saying? Take a picture of you in a you can just be around somebody like that. So when you see something like that happening, you should just leave. Then you don't have to worry about reporting it to anybody because I mean, I'm sure people reported things. I'm sure they did, but then they realized it didn't do any good. Look at what happened to Epps. When they did lock him up, he was even more cushy than his friend Maxwell because he got to come out every day, then go back at night. He got to do whatever he wanted to do during the day, and at night he went back to prison. So they say. We don't even know if that's true. If he went back at night, I mean, everything. You got the money, you can do that kind of thing. Yep. It's a lot of people that's on the payroll. Yep. People were threatened, or they would threaten their families or whatever, stuff happens like that. You got to be real careful. Okay, you're talking about Clinton, one in a pool and one in a hot tub. Yeah. And the one with him, the picture of him in a dress. Too. How did they get that? I've seen that picture a long time ago, though. They showed that a long time ago about him being in a dress. All right, guys. It's been great having this conversation with you all, but I'm going to um, get off of here now. Let's see. Let me pull a card for us. Let's pull a card for us. See what Spirit wants us to know. This is from the Trust Your Vibes deck. Sonia Croquette. Okay, Spirit, give us a card. What do you want us to know, Spirit? Oh, good vibrations. Keep your vibrations high, guys. Keep your vibrations high. Yep, that's what. Really, that's the only thing we can do. You know, keep your vibrations high. Don't let these people. They're trying to confuse us. They're trying everything in the books so that we can't find out all their dirty little secrets. And don't let it worry you though, because they're going to be dealt with one way or the other. Yep. Yeah, if I don't see you guys before Christmas, have a good holiday, or whatever, however you celebrate, you know. Keep your vibrations high, be happy, have fun. Okay. All right, guys. Hopefully I'll be back before Christmas. So I know some things are going to come up and I might have to come back on here. I'm trying to get more regular. But the thing is, honestly, guys, sometimes I get so sick of hearing him all the time. This is why I was trying to take my channel into another direction, because it takes your vibration lower and lower and lower and lower. And it's just, who wants to be in that? They're going to get what they're going to get their dealings with too, but we don't have to go down to those levels. So I know people want to know what's going on and see what the cards say and all that kind of thing. But I think I may, and I keep saying this, I know I'm going to go into a different direction. I hope you guys will hang in here with me when I do. So yeah, I missed you guys too. Thank you so much, Christine. Yeah, you guys have a good holiday if I don't see you all or talk to you all. All right. Bye-bye.